longer, the bigger and broader. They just couldn't make it down through the river. So it was decided in 1976 to close. Okay, take care. You're getting off this one?
Yeah, going to have a walk, yeah.
Okay, you can have a walk. I don't blame you. So obviously they closed the city port down, and they opened up the port on the horizon. You can see the cranes on the horizon. That opened down. But that was pouring some size. Now, of course, there's always going to pour out. In fact, in a few years' time, we are building a new deep water container port made in London. There's plans for that. We're well advanced. So that's what the trade with goods get raised. At one time, there was talk about block damming the river and damming it up further so that the boats could get up further. But to do that would have cost too much money, so we decided against it. I think you're on the ground. There's a little house over on the left-hand side. See the tower? It's black and white. In the 17th century, it was a wine merchant who wanted to get in from Spain. The boat sailed up the Avon. They had enough time to get into time to supervise the unloading. Which is still the first houses. Okay, so as we're driving along, again, houses that face into the down. I imagine all very few houses in Bristol ever advertised which say backing onto the down. There's very few built, most of them face onto the down. See how nice houses they are. The first one I have to point out is one with the church tower looking the house. Remember the House of Elliot, which has been repeating recently? Remember the House of Elliot? You buy the land in front of you. So this is what we do. They gave it. Climb the tree. So, thank you. Okay, when I say Roman this little road. The Romans never came to Britain. They built a road. A little road up north. Because the Romans had their large forts well, and they came through Bristol to get to London Street. In the 17th century, this area was very comfortable. That little house on the corner there is the old Holt Inn. Now that used to be an old coach, had a dreadful reputation in the 16th and 17th century, and in fact was closed down on numerous occasions. But also, nowadays, obviously, if you come to the garden, this is the place to come. This botanical garden is just down over on the left-hand side. Just literally on that corner. And this is the dams, and this is the commercial part of the dams. This is where the council, when you want to earn some money, allow things like services up here, we allow fun fairs up here. None of things go on the dams. That's good. Also, you can see the football fields.
That's okay.
Let's play sit in the middle. Sit in the middle.
Okay, yeah. Right. Okay.
Okay, so directly in front of you, Simon. Age in this area, which is first one is up over on our left-hand side. And this is the Zoological Gardens. It's the fourth oldest zoo in the world. It's oldest city zoo. It also is celebrated 175 years birthday this year, and it did very successful this year. I had loads of gorillas, 80 gorillas scattered all around the city. It became popular. Go around and hunt the gorillas. There were 60 in all. One of them, in fact, was at birth. Most of them were around. So long. If you look down Cecil Road over to your right-hand side, at the end, you can see the house with the flag on, which is standing next to us. And that is the mansion house. Now that's the Bristol. Drive down. Over on the left-hand side of the end, you see no made things back in 1960, in fact 2 years before the suspension was over, top 20 race, if you like, how it goes up to the place now. That is what the place now. But the group in season. This is their home ground. 80 acres. We have another further 80 acres on the southern side of the city. We can ask you about that. We have villas, Victorian villas over here, mixing in with Georgian terraces, and that's a mixture between the two. Some of these Victorian houses look almost Gothic in design. You can imagine Scrooge Knights and how it looks very good. It's so peaceful. Bristol has more Georgian building, more Georgian architecture, in fact. Like the baths. This is good. But it's also look clear through, Bob. Okay, you've got to go to the bridge, just down the road there, and to your right hand side. to, you've got some time, perhaps not today because this is our last bus, but if you're if you want to come up here, this is stop number 9. Now if you walk off, across the road to any of the roads on the right hand side, keep walking and don't go further, and turn right again. You can do a big square. You can take it all the way over that side. There is a hotel called the Edinburgh Hotel. You go into the Edinburgh Hotel, you walk through the Edinburgh Hotel, into the bar, through the bar onto the tickets. Lodge and the suspension bridge. Good for 20 best views in this. So this is our stop for Clifton Village. This is stop number 9. I always mention this stop because if you put a word lost ahead of that. But if you get onto this bus stop, you can see the number 9 bus goes from the stop. That takes you directly back into town anyway. This is Clifton Village. Obviously, tickets will not give you vouchers and discounts and place cash. And you get cheaper coffee. So as we're going down, we're going now into an area which was pushed further. It gives you some idea of what the building and the centre. The early Victorian period and late Georgian period. Only respect, usually respect of the look of the facts were never really bothered. In fact, sometimes with different buildings were built at the back. And these are a good example. This is a row of terraced houses. We look at, late Georgian, early Victorian. Obviously, no money was spent on the back at all. As we come round the corner, look down through the front. This is the road. Now this is the square, this is Victoria Square. Slightly larger than this. This is Victoria Square, which is a beautiful square. Surrounding it is across the road on the right hand side,